back on the Wikipedia page, then I also can look at things to do with the visual style. So this is going to be really useful to me because I'm thinking about the technical aspects of what he's doing when he's directing film. So we've got things like flat space camera move, symmetrical compositions, snap zooms, slow motion walking shots. These are all loads of things that I can already recognise because I've watched some of those films. So I'm going to get visual styles in here under my keywords. And I could use each of these as a different thing to be researching. So I could be looking at something like symmetry and Wes Anderson, which might already make my Google search more interesting. So let's try that. Wes Anderson symmetry. So already I'm starting to get some quite different things. So I'm getting quite different images, videos coming up, also different articles, and these are just going to be a bit more in depth and a bit more interesting probably than that original Google search. So I'm just going to take that URL and put it into my further research list. So these are all places I'm going to return to after I've done this initial bit of looking, this initial part of research. Under visual style here, we've also got things like supercuts and mashups and parody. So these also will be really useful kind of keywords that we can use. What I'm going to do as well in this list is I'm going to start taking out the bits that are written like sentences so that I'm just getting down to words, so that I've got things like supercuts, mashups and parody. So these are all separate individual keywords that I'm going to use later in my research. Let's see if there's anything else left on that Wikipedia page that we haven't got yet. So here's this section all around soundtracks. So Anderson frequently uses pop music from the 60s and 70s on soundtracks of his film, with one band or musician tending to dominate each soundtrack. What I'm going to do with that, I think that's a really interesting idea that I'm going to come back to, and I'm going to mark it as a quote in my notes so that I know where I've got it from. I'm going to just take the URL as well so that I can go back to that if I need to use that as a quote itself. I might read on to see different kind of artists, recording artists that feature in Wes Anderson films. So there might be things like Nico and the Velvet Underground. That might be a particular thing that I'm looking at, a particular set of keywords. Let's see what else we have here. The Life Aquatic, so with David Bowie. So we can bring that across as well. I better just check as well which was the Nico film, so that was Royal Tenenbaums. And already I'm starting to get something that's a lot richer, again a lot more kind of interesting than just doing that Google searching.